Hello, you're welcome to Wiseman's online mathematics. What I have on the board is bearing and distances, and I'm going to be applying sine rule in solving bearing and distances. We have on the board a word problem which says a point X is 34 meters due east of a point Y. The bearings of a flagpole from X and Y are 18 degrees west of north and 40 degrees east of north, respectively. Calculate the distance of the flagpole from Y. So we're going to be making a skeletal representation of this word problem. Now, first of all, we need to get the point at which this Y is located and where this X is also located, and likewise the flagpole. So let's draw the points, our cardinal like this. And as we know, this is our north, this is south, this is west, and this is east. So we're told that for you to locate point X, you have to walk due east from point Y. So from this point Y, we have to walk due east to locate X like this. So this is the starting point. So this is our point Y. Then we walk due east. Then we'll meet a point called X here. So in bearing and distances, you first of all get your from. That is your starting point. That is the main thing in bearing. You need to identify your starting point. So we're told that a point X is 34 degrees due east of a point Y. That is, if you start from point Y, walk due east, you will locate point X, which is 34 meters. So this is my 34 meters. So I've done the representation. Then we're now told again that there is a flagpole from X. The flagpole from X, you will get it at 18 degrees west of north. That is from X here. You draw it like this. From X is our X. Now, okay, let me make this diagram bigger. Like this. So from point X here, which is X, you locate a flagpole. So let me draw a card now like this. You will locate a flagpole which is northwest. That is northwest, like this. And it is from north 18 degree going towards the west. From north 18 degree going towards the west, like this. So this is how you represent that. So I'm done with that. Then we're told that from point Y, locate it at northeast. From point Y, northeast is northeast. So like this. So this is how it looks. And then it is from 40 degree from the north to the east. From north here to east, like this. 40 degree, like this. Then we're not told that the flagpole, you will locate that flagpole at this junction here. So let me draw a flagpole, a flag to represent it like this. So this is what I have. And then we're told that we should calculate the distance of the flagpole from Y. The distance of the flagpole from Y. So this flagpole here, so let me call this flagpole F, a point F. From point from point Y to point F is what we are looking for. So the distance from this place to this place. And so I would like to call it, this point, I would like to call it Fy. I would like to call it what? Fy. Now, how do you represent that? So let me write this out up. Now, first of all, we need to get all the angles that we can find and all the things that we know about this triangle. Let's identify those things we know. We know that since this is due east, due, it means it is angle 90. From here, like this, is angle 90. That is perpendicular, like this. Likewise, here too has a distance of 90 degree. Now, that means if here is 40, here is 50, because the total is 90. If here is 18, here is 72, a total of 90. Now, if here is 50, here is 72, we could actually find here, which we know the proper one of the properties of a triangle is that the sum of each angle is 180 degree. So we have 50 plus 72, which is 122. When you remove 122 from 180, you will get 58. So here will be 58 degree. So that is your 58 degree. So we could see that there's a triangle inside. So let's identify the triangle out. Let's pick the triangle out like this. So here is 58 degree. Here is 72 degree. Here is 50 degree. Here is 34 meters. Then we have the flagpole here, F. We have the direction Y, and we have it here, X. And then what do we know again? Okay, that is all. Then we're told to look for this particular side, that is your FY. Now we'll say, okay, now let me call it FY. Now if you look at this kind of triangle, you see that we can use what we call the sine rule to find the distance. Sine rule states that the sine of an angle over the corresponding length is equals to the sine of the other side over the corresponding length, sine of one of the angle over divided by the corresponding length. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pick a side that is complete. Now we have the sine of an angle with its corresponding length. So we have a sine of an angle and a corresponding length. Likewise, this 72 with a corresponding length. So I'm looking for Fy. So this is the part I'm looking for. So this is my unknown, but it has a corresponding angle. So this is 72 degree. So let's go. Let me call this sine F and sine A and B. So this will be sine 58 degree. Sine 58 degree over 34 meters is equal to sine 72 over this distance, which I've called Fy. So let's go. Now we'll make Fy solid to a formula by cross multiplying. So we have Fy sine 58 is equal to sine 72 multiply 32. Then you divide both sides by sine 58. Sine 58. So at the end of the day, your distance Fy will be equal to, so let me pick up a calculator. Your distance Fy, when you get sine 72, so we have sine 72, we have it as 0.9, we have it as 0.9511 multiply 32 over, we have sine 58, we have it as 0.8480, and then when you conclude that 0.9511 multiply 32, we have it as 30.4352 over 0.8480. Then when you divide it by 0.8480, we have finally that our distance from the flagpole will be 835.89. Since we are not given an instruction on how to leave the answer, so you could just actually leave the answer maybe in 2 decimal place or approximately 1 decimal place, which is 35.9. 35.9, what unit do you use? Meters. So this is the result of the distance of the flagpole from Y. Final answer 35.9. Thanks for watching. See you in my next class. Bye bye.